Welcome students. Java Programming Unit 5 Chapter 1 String Handling, and we know that this chapter 1 string handling composed in 6 videos. So currently we are at video 5, and these are the topics we are going to discuss in this video today. Data conversion within the string and what methods support to perform this data conversion, and other remaining methods that are designed for string handling methods for applying some operations called miscellaneous stop methods. First one, data conversion methods. And here we have one method called value of. And using this value of, we can do some conversion of a given primitive values into a string. So here, value of method converts data from any of this primitive internal format into a human readable form. And it is a static method overloaded within string. That is, many times you can define this value method for different types. For all Java built-in types, that's why we can call this as overloaded method. So that each type can be converted properly into a string. Okay. And value of is also overloaded for type objects. And an object of any class type. And we also create these built-in types into classes, as we see in the previous videos. And we can use this objects of different class types as an argument to this method called value. And here we have some forms of this string method value of, and it is purely a static method, and we can overload this method for all Java built-in types. And here are few of its forms. Here we have some few forms of this value of method. So here this method, first method is of type double, type long type. Member can pass an argument to this method for conversion, and we can pass an object also and char like that. Integer, you can float, you can character like that. And this method converts data of any built-in type in Java into a human readable format. Okay, it's already seen. And there is a special version for this value of method that allows you to specify a subset of character array, nothing but some characters stored in that character array. And here it is the general form of this one. So here it is also a static method, string type, value of method, character array is an input parameter, and from where starting index and how many number of characters we are going to convert. This pattern is already practiced in the previous topics, string conversion process. And it also here this value of method converts that data into string format and human readable form based on this index and number of characters and given source of character array. Here that chars is a character array that holds the character, and start index is the index into an array, into the array of characters at which the desired substring begins. And number of characters specifies the length of that substring is going to apply the operation called value of and for the conversion. And here it is a simple example taken for your understanding of this invocation of value of method for data conversion within a string. So here I have a integer type variable called I that initializes value 20. And one string object is created S1 and it is initialized with some string constructor, and before that we are just calling this value of method of the string class by passing this integer value as an argument. Integer value as an argument. So what happens here it is, now this S1 string object is initialized with this integer value 20 after converting that into string. Now S1 is nothing but 20, right? S1 contains the value 20. 20 is not now an integer, it is a string now. Okay. When it displays this statement, it gives output 20 followed by 10. Right. So during this concatenation using this plus operator, 10 is also an integer but converted into string. Those total, this one is a string, not any integer value. Got it? And whereas coming to another variable, primitive type Java, built-in type, Boolean variable B and assigns a value true. And same we are calling on another object of string S2, this value method, and passing this object as parameter to this variable. So now this value of is a method taking Boolean variable as a parameter. And this Boolean value true is converted into string value and assigned and initialized to this S2 object. Then it gives true. It gives output as true. And another variable of type character ch having one character value uppercase A. And this is passed as a parameter to this value of method by calling like this. And it is initialized to S3. So it gives simply a string A now. Now A is not a character, it is a string now, right? It is also a string, true. Okay. And we will see this execution part. Taking this one. Yes, it is the same program here I've taken. Remember this as string 1 and here integer variable and value of method taking this parameter integer I and converting into string and concatenating with another string. It is also conversion process. We go to the command prompt for the execution of this one. This is my default directory java c str12.java. This compile java str12. So see this 2010 is a string now, 2 is a string, A is also a string. Okay. Next one. Coming to the thing, changing the case of characters within a string. Case of characters within a string. See here we have some methods like two lowercase method which converts all the characters in a string, in a given string, from uppercase to lowercase. If there any character of uppercase, after applying this method, that converts that into lowercase. And similarly, we have another method like to uppercase method. It converts all the characters which are of lowercase in the string, given string, and converts those into uppercase. And non-alphabetical characters such as digits are unaffected, and they are not affected by these methods invoking on a string object. Okay? And here it is simplest form of these methods. So the return type of these methods are string, and both method returns a string object that contains uppercase or lowercase equivalent of the invoking string object. The default local governs the conversion in both cases. The conversion will automatically taken care, and we'll see one example of this one to understand better. So now here I have a variable string object s, and have one string is that this is the test. Here it displays the original string s, and later coming to these two steps, here we are calling or invoking these string methods for data conversion to uppercase and to lowercase into two string objects upper and lower. This upper and lower contains the uppercase letters, and lower string object contains all that given original string into lower cases, every character, all the cases. We are displaying both upper string object, lower string object. Here it is the outcome, output of this one. Okay, go to the execution part here. As it is. This string 13 is my example class. String s, this is a test. And here displaying original string and applying this to uppercase method to lowercase method on the given string s, and the written strings are loaded into string objects like upper and lower respectively, and displaying those objects, string objects. Coming to the execution of this time, string 13. Compile, okay, execute, run this one as it is. The first original is this is the test. Here all the characters are converted into uppercase. And here it is lower, everything is converted into lowercase. Even though the string, original string contain all the lowercase, but the starting letter is uppercase, that also converted into lowercase. Got it? Next one, the other methods belongs to the string handling, and we discussed many methods earlier, and in addition to those methods, string has many other methods, and that are listed below here related to this code point. And we have these three methods taking that integer value, and based on that return type also integer, and it returns the Unicode point at location specified by I, or any particular index based, and where that character are using there in our string, and it returns the relevant Unicode point, like that also, point before and point from. And Boolean contains method, this returns true if the invoking object contains the string specified by str, otherwise it returns false. Right? So content equals, and using character sequence, nothing but a string, and string buffer, that is for manipulation. But okay, and there are different types, and is empty, it returns true if the string contains no characters and has length is 0, it gives true. Sometimes we may check the character given string contains characters or not, or null values or like. And you can also, that matches function to invoking string matches the regular expression passed into the object, otherwise it gives false. So regular expression of the string and checking which string value, so it checks. Replace first, replace all. So the different methods supports different type of operations relevant to the specific situation, and these methods are helpful for that operations applied on the string objects. Thank you.